All right, you ready?
No.
We got our respective beverages.
Beverages?
We got our respective beverages.
Beverages?
And yeah.
Are they all rolling? I think they are. I think they've been rolling this entire time.
Yeah, no, I had them rolling since I went to go get the beverages. So
since I made them, get the drinks, I was like, Mike.
Oh my God. I'm like, yes.
I require sustenance.
Jesus Christ. Here we are with another goddamn episode of Shreddy Bois. And you know what? You know why it's special, Brian?
No,
because this is the Thanksgiving
Shut
episode.
the fuck up with Thanksgiving, man. Last year you were up with this bullshit, man. Fuck them pilgrims, all right?
Hey, I'm taking it back, okay?
No, indigenous people are taking it back.
I'm indigenous, kind of.
If he's lying,
I'm not indigenous.
Okay,
but
cancel him,
dude. I all right. So I've been taking it back ever since my childhood, man. I love Thanksgiving, dude.
I don't.
What is not to
care
love?
much. I mean, okay, look.
Okay, no,
I don't like.
Before you go on,
hold on.
I have to say. I have to say.
Hold.
All right. Thanksgiving. I'm putting
down.
my hand up. I don't know why.
You are dismissed, bitch.
Thanksgiving is very different from Mexican families specifically. Okay, this is true. This is 100% true. You know it's true. For a lot of Mexican families, they just don't celebrate it. Right? That's correct. Yeah. See, it's not racist if I'm also part of the group.
How is it racist?
I don't know, making a sweeping generalization about an entire group of people. I don't know. But it's true. Mexicans typically do not celebrate Thanksgiving. However, I celebrated my own way. I go to my old neighborhood, play football with all my old friends, when I lived in Chicago. And of course, the one thing about Thanksgiving that everybody loves is we stuff our faces with delicious food. And I do that twice.
I mean, yeah, the food aspect is fun, but as I said, it's also hypocritical how we're thankful for one day and then the next day we're literally at each other's throats for the best deals on Black Friday.
Well, Brian, I'm thankful.
It shows it shows how hypocritical humanity has become.
All right, Jesus! Somebody finished the last episode of Attack on Titan.
Oh, I wasn't referring to that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I love it. I love the food. I love the camaraderie. I personally love football, and they always have football on that day. And then, yes, the thing that you just criticized, I love as well, Black Friday. When I was a kid, we'd go
I think
literally.
Everyone heard the same story. No, I'm joking.
It's possible that I told the story.
Yeah, no, you told the story last year.
Did I?
Your dad would make you go in line all by yourself.
No, me and my cousins.
I remember all by yourself. Maybe you're gonna put a little snippet of that episode where to prove me wrong, but if it still seems pretty traumatic.
Little dream sequence. No, I can't do it. I'd have to download the entire episode to snip a part out of it. I'm not going to do that.
Exactly. You can't fact check me, everyone.
I won't fact check you because I'm
lazy. But you guys will by watching it.
I mean, we could. It is a really good episode. We had Max on it, if you remember correctly.
Max Damsky from Warforge.
Oh yeah, and God, that was such a good episode.
Yeah, that was like the most fun I've ever had.
It was like also one of our longest interviews too, I think.
Well, that's when we used to have.
Oh yeah, we didn't separate them yet.
We didn't separate them at the time. I think we started doing that at the beginning of the year.
Something like that.
Yeah, no, we did because for the Christmas one, that was the same thing. We had them on the same episode.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, maybe I should just start throwing this out if you know, like, because Thanksgiving ain't that important. But if you want to be on that Christmas special, for like 15 minutes, play some fun games with us. You know, I might as well just start saying it now. We play some, creative games. 3 guests. Maybe we could make it 4 or 5 or 20.
Jesus, man.
Because I really have not much to talk about Christmas.
I have a bone to pick with you guys. Okay, not you, Brian. You've been delightful so far.
Apparently,
I am being thankful to Brian, my co-host, who's being delightful.
And
it is you guys. I put together that Halloween episode, and it is quite possibly the longest episode we've ever done. So I agree that's probably my fault. But holy crap, it only got like 30-something views.
It's actually at like 50 or 60 by now. It's climbing that slowly.
So.
No, I've checked it.
You've checked it?
Let me check that. I'll no, like I've seen it recently, and live fact check.
My
See,
point
I can
is,
do that.
My point is, we cannot have like 6 guests.
I know.
No, I mean we can have 3, and then whoever of that band,
because it would be way too long and way too saturated.
Yeah,
52.
52. Okay, so it's gotten better, but it's technically our lowest episode. My point is, we have to make sure that, I mean, it's not going to be super long, the episode. But if I want to copy it exactly because it was one of my funnest. I loved playing those games. We played 3 different games. I don't even remember. I remember one was Fuck, Marry, Kill. But
Fuck, Marry, Kill.
That one was for Aaron.
And then we did the tier list, which, hey, we can now use an actual tier list for this one.
Yeah, we can.
Just say a bunch of stuff and have me writing it down frantically. That was funny, but we can do.
What was the third game?
That Naughty or Nice.
Yes,
that one was funny.
That one was fun.
And we have a lot of controversial.
We had to cut a couple things out. You may not remember that.
I think it was the Jesus Christ joke that we had to cut out. I can't remember exactly.
But we're gonna have another fun. We're gonna copy the form. I loved that. That was such a fun format.
No, I mean it's gonna be the same format. So what we just said right now will be what you're looking forward to. And hey, it saves me from typing individually to people that
Brian's
want
got some fun ideas for the Rift Challenge.
Yeah, I mean I got a couple things I wanna start working on probably this week maybe. It depends,
But yeah, man. So that's all the biz, Brian.
Biz buzz.
I'd say, how are you? Because there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on.
I'm fine. How about you?
But we haven't even talked. We went to go see the Inferi show here in the WC Social. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
God, that is such. I thought you were gonna rip it far. I'm like, wait, we're condensed in this room. Yeah, he bought the sweatpants.
The sweatpants. Okay, so Mike and I have been longtime fans of Inferi. Well, I met Mike like a year after I discovered Inferi, which was like 2019.
2019?
That's when I first, because I saw that the guys from Warforged were touring with Inferi and Black Crown Initiate.
Right.
And I couldn't catch them, but I was like, I still want to check out this band Inferi. At the time I was like, I was like, huh. And then I got into them by listening to their end of the era album, the 2019 remaster.
Oh,
and I was like,
Rebirth.
Rebirth. Yeah. And I was like,
it's so good.
I was like, this is really fucking good.
It's so good.
Yeah. And then, shortly after joining Central Disorder and meeting Mike, they released of Sunless Realms, and
it's we were so good.
It's like, it gets better.
It's so good.
Following year, we get
Biogenesis,
which is like
is so good.
It's so good.
Is so good. And now they've released 2 new songs.
Yeah, 2 new singles, and honestly, like especially with their guitarist Sanjay
He's
Shreds.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, so the first time Mike and I saw them was when they had Mike Lowe, and then it was just Mike Lowe, and then Stevie was
trying to see who else was on the band. I know Wormhole. Because
Wormhole was fucking and it's crazy because we literally saw Sanjay with Wormhole.
Yep.
before he joined in Fury, and I'm like, holy shit, like that guy's a monster. Speaking of Wormhole, their current album that they released back in September, that's fucking amazing. If you guys are into Tech Slam, check them out as well.
In January, I'd love to do another top 10 or top 5 of favorite albums of the year or something.
I mean, I'm down. You'll probably see posts of me like making like maybe the top 20 because there's been a whole lot of music that I've been checking out lately.
But yeah, so we went to the show. And immediately we went to the merch booth, and there he was. Sanjay was there.
Sanjay was there, and then we went up to Stevie, and then we took a picture with him. We're going to
post it right there.
Post it right here. Yeah, finally got to meet the boy.
Oh, it was great.
And it's crazy because nervous. We have both of us. Because the first time we saw them, Stevie was there. Second time I saw them, and I got this shirt because I got a different shirt at the one we recently saw them at. Yeah. They had what's his name? I think is Mike Alvarez or whatever his.
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay. Oh.
No, you got. I'm friends with them on Facebook, so I knew. I'm like, when that happened, I was like, oh,
I was like, oh shit!
What an awesome little tour that he had to jump on. Was it 2? I can't remember.
So he jumped on the one that we first saw them at because Stevie's kid was being born at the time, and then the Necrogoblincon tour he did the whole run from start to finish, and then now we got to see them headline for the first time.
Yeah.
We were just missing the bass player. But,
oh yeah, he had a tour with his other band,
Brand of Sacrifice. Yeah. I was like, it makes sense, but it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I couldn't tell if they put his bass parts into like Logic or anything like that.
I don't think they did.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, you can't really hear any of it, but it's fine. They still sounded great, and we got to meet a couple of the boys, which was good.
Yeah, definitely.
I got a shirt myself. I'm not wearing it. Unfortunately, I did not think I had. But it was awesome. My biggest complaint about them is for the longest time, they're just opening up for people, They are truly a band that deserves an evening with Fury, just
hence the tour name Rags to Riffridge.
Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, that was a fun night. We got to see them, you've played a couple shows at this point, from that point.
From that point, because that was the following.
You played with Central Disorder.
But yeah, so after that, that was fun and whatnot. Oh yeah, also shout out to Errors of Humanity as well. We actually made it on time to see them play when we got to WC the same day we saw in Fury. Mm-hmm. They were dressed as the Mario Bros. They fucking killed it.
Oh, dude, they were awesome.
Yeah, they were fucking amazing.
I was surprised.
Holy shit!
They had like actual like tour package energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, they
if you wouldn't have told me that they were a local, I'd be like, oh, well, clearly, they're part of the package.
They come all the way from I think it's Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, they were really fucking good. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, shortly after that, Central Disorder got to open up for Rose Funeral. I'll slap the flyer here.
Okay.
Pretty fucking dope show. I actually got to meet a band that is heavily inspired by the Black Dahlia murder called Homicide.
Okay.
Yeah, they were pretty fucking dope. Trying to remember the other band's name. What's it called? My Own Will. Beatdown band. We're at the age, we're gonna see that one beatdown band in the middle of every
they're gonna be on every single lineup.
Yeah, no, like they're it's prevalent, and there is another topic I think I should have brought up to you before we started this thing, but maybe we'll get to it or not. But My Own Will, and then we had Homicide, Rose Funeral, obviously fucking killed it. That night it was pretty dope. And also Volturis got to open up the show, and it was their first show. I think it was in a while, or their very first show, period. But yeah, no, I was blown away when I saw them. I was like, holy fucking shit. Mm-hmm. There was a bit of a delay on the day of, because I showed up there. Initially, it was supposed to be like 6:30, the first band starts. They pushed it back to 7, and it was 7. So they went on at 7. We got on at like 7:45. But yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. Great experience. Got to meet a lot of talented musicians. It's always a huge honor, playing with fellow shredders and shit.
Oh,
and there's Friday. First Step to Glory got to play a show at Kitchen 17, I think. I
Where is that?
It's somewhere on the north side. I'll throw the flyer over here as well, because the thing is, well, the flyer doesn't have the name of the venue. It's just the address, which is like, okay, what's the name of this venue? But it was on the north side. It's a vegan. It's actually a vegan a cafe or bar.
Did you try any of the food?
I tried the cheese fries, and they tasted much different. You know, this is not my traditional cheese.
It's not cooked in like animal grease or anything. And
no, none of that. And there was also, they made pizza for the bands, but I didn't get to try that. I wish I did.
No.
I was curious. I was like,
vegan pizza?
Yeah, no, I shit you not, because my vocalist Victor Prine was like, hey, they're making all the bands pizza, but I missed out on that. And I was like, I wonder how that was.
They just throw a bunch of Play-Doh into a sphere shape.
What do you have against vegans?
Everything.
Okay.
I don't know. My anti-vegan stance has definitely changed a lot since I've been older. My stance now is I don't even care anymore.
I'll tell you my experience with vegan food. I'm not against vegans, or any veganism, or however you call your religion. But no, I'm not against it.
Adamantly against them.
I actually have been curious on trying it, but I will say I did have a pretty bad experience. Yeah. This was like at my old job. They had this little massive cookout. Like this was like 2018, 2019. Yeah. So I saw the burgers there, and I'm like, oh, they have burgers, right? It's like just browsing. Oh shit. Yeah. And I grabbed my food, and then I take a big ass bite because I was like, oh, I hope this is cooked medium rare or some shit. And
you're like,
I was like, what is this atrocity? This tastes like dirt. And it was a veggie burger, but there was no seasoning. It was a nothing burger. Nothing. It tasted like nothing. I was like, this tastes all like filler. Fried dirt.
Yeah, all filler, no killer.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat here anymore. I was like, I am done here. And you know what?
Holy land.
I am pissed that I did that, because they had brisket there, and I didn't try it before. But now I used to have lunches with my old bosses, so they would buy brisket from this one place, and I was like, holy shit, I like this. And I heard that they had it over there, and I'm like, I really had to let that veggie burger destroy my motivation to continue eating, huh?
Oh, dude. I'm trying to think. My only experience ever eating like something, I don't know if this is intentionally, like, is soy technically vegan? I
don't fucking know. You're asking the wrong person.
Well, soy, I remember having it a couple times, like by choice, and just being curious. I'm like, why is soy all of a sudden famous? Like soy.
Because you're soy, dude. Quoting Vicious Attacks, I am soy.
But I tried soy a couple times and just being like, my God, this is just bad. And then I tried soy riso before. Have you ever trired that?
I've never tried that.
It's soy, but it's like basically chorizo. It's chorizo.
Oh, it's chorizo made out of soy. And I was like, chorizo. I'm like,
I tried it, and I'm like, this is fine, but you could very much tell that it's not real.
Of course it ain't.
Yeah. But what's the point? Sorry, your show. Your show. You played a show. It was good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was fun. A lot of cool people came out. It was awesome. Yeah, it's great to see that a lot of homies rolled by to support us and shit. We covered Elder Misanthropy by the Black Dahlia Murder that day too.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, we decided to show everyone how much of a dedicated Black Dahlia fan we all are. We all love Trevor, obviously. So it's crazy. I play with a band that's heavily influenced by the Black Dahlia Murder, and then we cover a Black Dahlia song in that same week. Ain't that fucking cool?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is random topic. What tuning do they play in?
First Step?
No, Black Dahlia Murder.
C standard, but we played it in drop C, which was doable.
I imagine.
Not every song is doable, but most.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I thought in my head, I'm like, I don't think they're in C standard.
No, they are C standard, not drop C.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, no. But yeah, we managed to work with it. It's called transposing and finding the root note.
No, that's good. Yeah, you fucker. There you go.
Yeah, no, it was fucking awesome. You know, had a blast. 2 shows in a week was like holy fucking shit. That might be it. Maybe. I mean, yeah, like, I think that's pretty much it. Either way, I just want to say thanks to everyone that came out last week. It's fucking dope that I get to do this a whole lot more this year, but I don't know
No, you've been playing shows like crazy, man.
This was like the 11th and 12th show this year. Like,
Jesus
it's insane.
Christ.
I don't know whether, because I mean, we still got the rest of this month and the month of December. I know Central Disorder might not have another show anytime soon.
You guys are really good at having random shows as quickly as possible.
That's the thing. First Step to Glory is a hot commodity as well. Yeah. So it's like, that's why
people
I said
are hitting you up all the time.
It could, it could very well change. Maybe December will have something, and you may see me just sticking something over here, or just Mike adding a note saying, "Nope, nothing."
Nope, nothing. Yeah, here we go.
Which, hey, it's fine. It's fine. If those were it, cool. It was still fun, but hey, someone can change it and make it 13 and 14.
Maybe you'll have a New Year's show.
Yeah, I mean,
New Year's shows are
fun, but yeah, no, that's pretty much
what you've been up to.
That's pretty much what I've been up to. I mean, there's also the ending of Attack on Titan. You just mentioned.
Yeah, well,
is that what you want to get into now?
There's a lot, man. So you've been playing shows. We went to one show together. I've been doing the opposite. I've been doing anything but shows, like. The new, I don't know if we want to do it. Have you played anything lately, video game wise?
I play with people's hearts. And I'm joking.
Jesus.
No,
you haven't really played anything?
I've just been playing Mortal Kombat 1, but here and there. Well, then again, not as often because, I was prepping for both shows, so I really didn't really put much
I didn't know if we wanted to do a what you playing or anything like that.
No, I mean, I don't think it would be necessary.
One thing that the internet has just been talking about nonstop is Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
which I bought.
Well, I mean, there is the Game of the Year awards that got nominated. Actually,
yeah, as it stands right now, the Game of the Year awards just recently passed. I have no clue who won. I haven't.
No. They're nominees. The nominees are they're not yet. But obviously,
so as it stands, it hasn't.
It hasn't. Huh? So they did the stream of who got nominated to be contender.
The one live.
I have no clue, but I know one thing. Tears of the Kingdom is taking it, so I'm sorry.
You think so?
I think so. I'm putting that in there. Boop. I'm putting that in there. It happened
is that your
with
final answer?
Wild. It happened with Breath of the Wild. Yeah. So,
what could possibly beat it? What has released this year?
Nothing.
All right.
Well, actually, Resident Evil 4 Remake is a contender, but
Resident Evil 4 Remake
in there.
Is a remake.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that made it in somehow, but I heard it was. That's one thing I have yet to play.
It's me either.
But I heard
I'm waiting
it's
for it to
really
go
damn good.
Super sale.
I'll probably pick it up on Black Friday. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe. But
okay, so it's Resident Evil 4,
Tears of the Kingdom,
did
MarioWare.
So Spider-Man got up there.
And Mario Wonder, whatever the hell.
Okay, that makes sense.
What's like?
I mean, out of all of those,
Mario Wonder.
Probably Tears of the Kingdom. If we're being honest, I mean, I could see Spider-Man 2 making it just because of. I mean, here's the thing.
Final Fantasy 16 didn't make it.
It didn't make. No, it made it in a lot of other categories.
Yeah, but no, like it didn't make it to be Game of the Year. It didn't get nominated. So I was like, damn.
All right, well, when does it happen? Do you know when it actually happens?
Sometime during the end of the year, I think, or maybe early. Okay. I have no fucking clue. But.
All right, well, yeah, I don't know. Spider-Man 2. Everyone wouldn't shut up about it. I have it. I beat it. It is fantastic.
I hear it's good, but there was like a couple of complaints in that
the
game.
Main complaint that has been happening, and now it's old news because of this complaint. The story is, if you do everything, I'd say. So I look at my file, and it's about 28 hours of gameplay total. If you do literally everything. So that is the biggest complaint that people have about it.
It's short.
It is really short. So
that's what she said.
As somebody who I really try not to, dogpile on things, movies, television series, games. I'm like, I'm going to play it and I'm going to make my own goddamn decision.
There is one game to dogpile. I'm sorry to interrupt. Modern Warfare 3.
I haven't touched it yet.
Don't. I shit
you bought
not.
it?
No.
Oh,
but it's literally what Modern Warfare 2 2022 should have been.
Yeah.
It's a literal fucking add-on for $70.
Dude.
The mission No Russian is so fucking bare bones, and I'm like, I don't understand it. Like, I guess they were trying to be controversial because if everyone
Bringing
knows
it back. Yeah.
like the OG MW2, we all had a mission where you were doing a terrorist attack on an airport, and that shit was wild. I was like,
and
holy
it gave you the choice of whether to skip it or kill civilians. Essentially,
I still played it.
Everybody did.
Yeah, but that was like back in the day when COD made headlines, and they're trying to replicate that. It's like, you're not doing that.
They're not even coming close.
You're not even coming close,
dude. I saw that. I saw the trailer rather.
Did you see the mission? No Russian.
No, well, the original.
No. I'm talking about like the new one. It's I'll just say it.
Go ahead.
It's literally this one woman ends up like getting a bomb strapped to her, right?
Okay.
And they made it look like it was a suicide bombing and shit, like, and but she was actually trying to deactivate it. Obviously she doesn't, so the plane just blows up. You run into Makarov, which I personally don't like him at how he's in this game, because in the original I like the voice actor. His voice was much deeper and shit.
Okay.
Or not deeper, but he like, it's just the character was much like better in my opinion, but
yeah,
I don't know. Like when it came to this game, and there's gonna be a fourth one because I've looked at the story and I'm like, are you fucking? I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, it's such a terrible game. It's ass.
Yeah.
I think it's the worst game of the year, to be honest. Look, don't buy this game unless it's a Black Friday sale. Don't fucking buy this game. This game is terrible. Call of Duty has fallen from grace. It's like I've never thought it would say something like that.
I swore off Call of Duty a long time ago, and I was very much like, fuck this, I'm done until Call of Duty in general as a franchise. I think Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare had come out because the other half of it, they knew that it was going to be a shit game, but the other half of it was they remastered COD 4. And they threw it on there as a DLC or maybe like a disc. I don't remember. But that was the only reason I bought it. And then I'm like, this is it. I'm not buying them anymore.
It's like,
and then 2019 came out, just Modern Warfare.
That game was actually good though.
But here's the thing. I didn't want anything to do with it. I am over this.
I will say, I was too, but that game I heavily slept on because I played the campaign when it came to this current Modern Warfare, like time, or I guess trilogy, because it's tied with Black Ops now, and Black Ops 1 and 2. Right. It's all canon. They're not separate things anymore. So the first one, 2019, was actually really fucking good. That game was good. It was a good, like, it went from here. MW2 was like, and then the third is just like...
Well, dude, it's just like, Call of Duty just does this thing where they do the same,
release
the same
game
thing
bare bones, and they add on...
Exactly. So 2019 came out, and I was like, I'm not getting it, screw this. And then my cousins are all playing this while I am protesting, essentially. And you know what comes out during 2019? It is Warzone for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And they are playing Warzone, and they are loving it. And my brother says, hey, if I buy it for you for Christmas, will you play it? I'm like, if you buy it for me, sure. 100%. But I am not spending a single dollar anymore on Call of Duty. So he buys it for me. We enjoy Verdansk. We play Warzone for a long time during the pandemic, which was the perfect time to play something like that.
Yeah.
And then Call of Duty really starts to implement all of just these things where it's like, oh, here's the latest update. It's going to take 200 gigs or whatever,
Yeah, and well, see, that's also the thing. But the problem with Call of Duty games, period, nowadays, because like I said, back in the day when, in the golden ages, I'm going to tell you a story, little ones, to all your Fortnite loving kids and Roblox players. Okay.
Yeah.
Back, like when I was like, when I was in like middle school going to like high school pretty much, because I played up until Black Ops 2 and that was it. Call of Duty was something else. It was fucking goated. Every game you bought for $60 was a complete game. You had the multiplayer. You had the campaign. If you buy the ones from it was Treyarch Activision, you would get zombies as well. You had.
It was literally a game. It was a full game.
You get what you paid for, and they'll add like a bit of DLC there, but not like now where it's like, they'll give you a fucking skeleton of a video game, bare bones, right? Yeah, and just
you
have to give them more money,
constant weapon packs, and then one day you'll be like, what is this update for? It's going to take me 5 hours, and then the update downloads, and all of a sudden King Kong and Godzilla are fighting on the map. And
and here's the thing, like I played Modern Warfare 2 and 2019 I bought it for like cheap because it was years after I wasn't playing or picking up COD. I did pick up what's it called, the Cold War, because I got it as a bundle for the PS5, and I was like, I'll try it out. It was okay, but it was pretty mid.
It was pretty bad.
But here's the thing. When it came to NW2, I had a lot of fun at the beginning, and then I just fucking deleted it. I'm like, this is fucking garbage. And then now MW3, that's a fucking add-on. For $70, it's like...
Well, so Call of Duty has basically come to this point where all of the games that they release are essentially
mostly video games
surrounding
I would
Warzone.
say most video games in general. I mean, you had Overwatch this year. Was it this year? Like, just Overwatch being a free add-on to like what the first one was. Basically. And it's just like that's just the thing. Like they don't make video games like they used to. I know I'm sounding like an old grouchy, a grouchy old man, but you want to know something? Tears of the Kingdom gave you a $70 game.
Dude, it's one of these.
Elden Ring was a $70 game.
It really was.
It had so much more.
Hell,
than these games will ever have.
A game that was just controversial. Not even controversial. People are fucking stupid and they complain about everything. The Last of Us 2 was a full game.
That was, I mean, and it was a masterpiece. I will die on that hill.
I love it. And then you know what? Here's the thing. There's only one company now who truly does not do that. Do that compared to X, I'll say it, it's Nintendo. They've gotten weird with the whole NSO situation, but, and then they're just very strange practices of just, making sure that nothing is on sale, nothing that you want to play, actually. But the thing about Nintendo is they give you a full game for the most part, Like, there's been complaints about, like, some of the Mario sports games,
Yeah, I mean, but
it's weird. I wasn't even setting up what you're playing, really, but it looks like we've had a lot to talk about.
I mean, because as soon as you brought this up, I'm like, Call of Duty is the topic of discussion, obviously, and it
Call
just
of Duty. And before that, it was Starfield.
But do you know what got announced?
What's that?
What finally got announced? And it's funny because we mentioned this. We mentioned this last year on the October episode. Have you been under a rock, Mike?
It depends.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, yeah. They're saying that not this month, the next month, we are getting finally a trailer.
No, yeah, we're finally getting a trailer, but, we have something. Yeah. They said something.
Finally.
I mean, last year it got a leak. It got leaked, but no,
some
this
assets
year
got leaked.
Yeah, and a lot of people were also being stupid. Oh, it's ass. I'm like, this is not the complete game.
This isn't even close.
Yeah, no, exactly.
God, no, that's the thing, man. Everybody just sucks on the internet now. It's like every television series. Like we literally just watched Loki season 2. And I was getting ready to go on the internet and being like, everybody's going to hate this. Everybody's going to have something negative to say. I'm waiting for it. And to my surprise, everybody loved it. I'm like, holy crap, I think this is the first time in a long time where everyone can agree that this was a good series.
And then there was Attack on Titan. Can we go now?
Oh, dude. Attack on Titan, you want to talk about divisive. All right. That was what you're playing.
That was what you're playing. I mean, I'm not playing anything, but I wanted to talk about a lot of crap.
Right. To finish that off, I also played Mario Party 3 that they released on the NSO.
I need to jump on that. But.
It's really fun. I enjoy Mario Party 2, 3, and 4 are the best Mario Parties to me.
I mean, if there's downtime from like shows and shit, I'll probably just make time to play more video games.
Oh, dude, this Friday Super Mario RPG comes out, the remake on the Switch.
Nice.
So
yeah,
I'm on that. I love me, Mario Party turn-based attack games, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Mario Party, Mario. All right, let's do it. Anime Corner. All right, Brian. Say what you want to say.
I've been wanting to get on to talk about this. I've been wanting to spoil it for Mike for so many months. Because
just like JoJo.
You know, I've been, for so long I've been wanting to just spoil this ending for him because I read the manga when it ended, and I read the whole thing from the beginning. And I was suffering from depression at the time because of what happened, but then I grew to accept it, and I'm like, I understand this. But not many people agreed with me when it first happened, and then it was until they got the animated version. And for those people that don't know what I'm talking about, okay, so yeah, you know, I mentioned it like 3 times, but if you haven't been paying attention, we'll clean the fuck out of your ears because they fucking dirty. Okay, so this is an anime that I remember when I was like back, this was like when I was like 18, 19. I was in college. Everyone was talking about it at the time, and they're like, "Oh, have you watched Attack on Titan?" I watched it, you know, for the first time, and I hated it. I was like, "This is so mid." Like, I didn't like it. You know, I'm shit. You're not. I was like, man,
I was the total opposite, dude.
Yeah, like I was like, I couldn't get into this. Like, okay, like, you know, and then I think I was like halfway into like season 1 where it's like, okay, I'm tired. I'm not watching this.
Okay.
But then over the years, my cousin was telling me that shit's getting good. He showed me clips of Reiner, Bertolt revealing that they're the Colossal and Armor Titan. I was like, wait, there's types of Titans in here? And,
okay.
And I was like, wait, I remembered at the time, I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. There was those guys, but I'm like, put much attention, like if there's different ones or
there's a conspiracy.
There was a conspiracy that, you know, they were not the last humans on Earth. They met the ocean. And then you just see Eren pointing, saying, there are enemies there. We gotta kill them all, guys. What if we kill them? Are we gonna be free?
Literally, that next season just starts with them like doing like a secret spy mission, killing like tons of people,
and then only for them to go back to the island, activate the rumbling, and trample 80% of humanity.
Well, that's the thing about all of this is we can't recap all of this for you guys. I mean, it's either
that's a
TLDR,
but
it's not our thing. That's some other YouTubers thing, probably.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, there's a bunch of YouTubers, but not like this. These last 2. I mean, I'll talk about both of them because you didn't watch either one of them, right? Or
no, I was saving. So the first one had come out, and I'm like, I'm gonna save it because Brian said that it's not the true finale.
It's not. Yeah, because they were splitting it into 2.
Yeah, so I literally sat down and I'm like, here we go, both, baby.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know, now we got both. And you thought they were like batches of episodes. I'm like, no, they're just two long episodes. Yeah. And holy shit, you know,
it was good, man.
It was fucking dark.
It was so. You forget about it. You forget that, holy shit, the show is relentless. You know, there are so many moments where it's like Sasha dies, or there's like people who get killed by the Titans that you like. You know, there's a General, what is it, Irwin?
Irwin, yeah. Irwin gets...
Who just, like, that's sad. That is, like, to me, one of the more sadder moments.
Yeah,
you know?
And then, like,
give us your hearts!
Yeah, they get Zeke just throws a rock at him. But okay, going to these like the last 2. You literally have like, because I mean, you know, the little kids that Eren like saved from getting beaten up, and they gave him money. And you see him, and I remember reading this in the manga where he, you know, it cuts back to the memory where he says, "I'm sorry for what I'm about to do."
Yeah.
But the way they did it in the anime, he's like saying that, and the kid's literally rethinking that as he's living his final moments with his brother. His brother has his head crushed by a rock.
Brutal, man.
I was like,
dude, I
was like, holy shit.
They did so much. Yeah, that whole scene where it's like, I got money, and they're like, oh, do you know how much trouble you're gonna get in if somebody finds that you hid this money out in the forest?
No, because we're all getting trampled.
Yeah, and then literally it's like, oh, consequences mean nothing when colossal titans are destroying the world
like that. It's insane.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I was like, holy.
And then the kid
shit.
going back to grab the money just to be turned into paste, essentially.
I mean, they were gonna get turned into paste eventually, but that was just a brutal scene. And you see Ymir just standing there too.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, what did I let happen?
It's truly like so. What I was saying before, you know, all of this shit happens in the earlier seasons, and you totally just you know, when there's so much time that passes, you kind of just forget about it, honestly, how brutal that anime
and then
is.
you just watch it.
And then I watched these last two, and I'm like, God damn, I totally forgot how brutal it is. Han's, you know, dying
oh
and
my
stuff.
God. When she died, I was, because in the manga, she only kills 3, and this one, she killed like 10 of them.
Yeah, I know.
But I was like, it was such an emotional send-off to her character. I was like, holy shit. Like, she was trying to at least reach one more before she just blew up. And I'm like, oh God. Like, that whole sequence of everyone just crying, I was like,
It was beautiful, man.
But then you have the second part where, you know, everyone's fighting Eren and trying to put an end to this whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
They were trying to find Armin, and it's like, he's in the thingy there.
Yeah. Mikasa and Armin having to come to grips with the fact that they are going to have to kill Eren. There's no saving him.
There's no saving him. And honestly, like, a lot of people, because there's a lot of complaints to this ending as well. People said, like, it's ass because it was for nothing. And I'll get to that. But I loved how the Mappa executed the scenes with Eren and Armin talking as to why he did what he had to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were, like, criticizing Eren because you know how he became like this like character in the 4th season that didn't give a shit about nothing. Yeah. He was basically a god, technically.
Yeah, essentially.
Essentially, he was a god because he had the power to
3 titans.
Yeah. It's not only that. I mean, with the help of his half brother, he technically controlled the colossal titan and the founder. But so, you know, you have someone like that, and then, you know, Armin talks about his love interest, Mikasa, where is like, oh, well, then she's going to move on from you after, you know, all of this. And you literally see him saying, like, no, I don't want to. And it's just like, man, like, you know, we get to see, like, Eren's humanity. Despite, like, him having all this power, you really get to see, you know, the actual him for one last time.
He reveals, essentially, that the whole plan was not to kill, like, it was to kill, but it was basically to make you guys martyrs, make these people that the entire world sees as devils, as martyrs,
as martyrs and heroes who betrayed Eren, you know,
right? And that way they'd be like, oh, maybe these devil people aren't bad, maybe we can come together in you know, as humans. But even Eren tells them, this isn't going to be the end of conflict, because that's kind of just, you know, there's always conflict.
That's where a lot of people missed, because like Attack on Titan is literally a clear message of what the real world is. Like, a lot of people's like, what do you even word enemy? Like, what does that even teach you? It's like, dumbass, sit the fuck down and let me explain.
Dude, what? I mean, you watch anime like a Full Metal Alchemist, or like, you know, some of these deeper animes. It's like, you know, but then you watch like freaking Demon Slayer. It's like, first of all, you know, you don't put the value on what an anime teaches you. You know, I mean, it's a bonus. It's a bonus if it does teach you something.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't learn jack shit from Naruto. You know, it's just a good anime.
Technically, I mean, I'm actually currently watching that at the moment. Well, I'm not in Shippuden yet, but I'm almost there.
Goated, but also riddled with continuity errors. That anime.
There's so many. There's like 20 seasons of that.
Yeah, I know.
But, okay, so I don't want to get off topic, but you know, like the thing about the ending, and a lot of people missed the mark because they're like, oh, I guess everyone was expecting a happy ending, and I'm like, no, this is a realistic outcome.
And if you've watched the entire anime expecting a happy ending,
you are fucking wrong.
You are delusional.
You're delusional.
You are a delusional person.
Everyone wanted Mikasa and Eren to live together. I mean, we do get well, technically they coexist. Those outcomes coexist. But the what does end up happening is, you know, Mikasa had to kill him, and
she buries him.
Yeah, she buries him in the tree where it all started, and you know, you have a bird. She's like, "I want to see you again," and that ending was like, "Oh, yeah, like stop."
But you know, let's say the people got what they want, and there was a happy ending, and they stopped Eren, and Eren is still alive, and it's like, "Hey, you know what, guys? I changed my mind." In what universe do you live in what delusional mindset do you live in where Aaron's going to be allowed to be free and walking around and
After
happy?
taking out 80%
The dude
of humanity.
is like worse than 50 Hitlers, essentially.
Essentially,
you know?
Yeah, and I mean,
there's no scenario where this dude isn't chained up in a jail for the rest of his life.
I mean, you see it throughout most of the anime too.
Yeah.
Like it was foreshadowing that he was the big threat, and guess
exactly, he was.
He was. It's not your go lucky happy anime. It's like, no, I will prove they're wrong. That I am the hero. I'm like they've been looking for. No, it's like he is the hero, but the villain at the same time. And
it's tragedy. It's a tragic anime that's almost like a Greek myth.
It's
almost.
very tragic, but it is realistic because the ending shows that no matter how much time has passes, there will always be conflict. Humans are drawn to conflict. It's humanity.
Yeah, exactly.
Like true peace cannot exist if humanity is there because.
Exactly.
I mean, look, it is possible,
it's like what's happening right now in the news, no matter what, people are going to squabble over things like religion, things like politics.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Wealth disparities. It covers that as well in the show.
Yeah, like it does, and that's the thing. Like, no matter how much time passes, like, I mean, you really just start realizing it's like as much as everyone wants everyone to like understand each other and like live and like coexist, it's like that doesn't seem to happen. History repeats itself, and we're gonna continue until we're no longer around. And that's literally what Attack on Titan
point.
Like that's the whole point.
Yeah.
As long as humans exist, there will always be conflict, no matter what. And
exactly.
That's the reason why I think it's a masterpiece. It's awesome. I thought it was perfect from beginning to end. I will say, when you read the manga and you got like all those extra pages, because that's what the ending scenes were.
You actually read them.
Yeah, like I read them and it's like, holy shit. Like it took me a little bit to, kind of like understand it at first. And I was conflicted because I was like, damn, this is not the ending I wanted, but I learned to accept that. I'm like, it makes sense. It had to happen.
That's kind of just every anime to manga, every translation from manga to anime it's going to be different, not only because animation is extremely goddamn expensive, but also you're trying to appeal to a mass audience. It's very rare that they're one in one.
And well, the thing is,
you read the JoJo anime. Would you say that it's pretty close, the adaptation?
The adaptation is pretty close.
But there are differences.
Somewhat, but not really. Like, not too, like, some animes do change it a whole lot, but not every one of them does it. But JoJo, when you had Made in Heaven, everything happened the same, pretty much.
But then what happens if you are changing it willy-nilly like crazy anyway? Then you get The Walking Dead, and people get pissed off at The Walking Dead,
I'm going to say this. When... I mean, and this fits in Anime Corner, whatever. I mean, I know Walking Dead is an anime, but yeah, like it makes sense. Like there is so many differences that the show made that I don't like. Carl dying is one, because it's like, what the fuck? Sophia shouldn't have died either, but okay, whatever. But I found that out later. We did get more of Negan. So there's some good changes and some are bad, which I will say, but it's just like I said. I've read the comics. The comics is better, obviously, but it really depends. But when it came to Attack on Titan, it followed the exact same. A lot of people were like, they said they were gonna change it up a bit, but by what they meant from that is they're gonna explain more as to what is going on and pretty much like show everyone, okay, this is what's gonna go down, and they pretty much broke down everything to make it make sense. Right. Even though people were bitching, but you can't satisfy everyone, which sure. No. I don't really give a shit if, people hate it. It's like, of course it's like, cause they're missing the mark. It's like, if you think it's ass, well, I'm sorry, but your thought process is ass, and rethink your life. But I don't care about
gone the other way.
Like when it comes to the internet, like I know there's gonna be negativity, no matter what. Everyone, because I mean, obviously the internet gives people a voice to
Oh, dude, I went to go see. Here's another thing that has been heavily criticized recently is the Marvels. It is the latest Marvel movie with Kamala Khan, Captain Marvel, and I think it's Monica Rambeau.
It's funny that you mentioned movies because I've recently watched Five Nights at Freddy's as well.
Okay, we'll give it a second.
We'll give that a second, but I was go on.
I watched this movie, and it's been just, if you read any comment section about anything on this movie, people are annihilating it. And the Metacritic score is super low, but the audience score is like 85. So I went and saw it, and I'm like, this is not like horrible. This isn't a bad movie.
The thing is
fine.
I don't know.
I had
like
fun.
It's
it was
like
funny.
the Mario movie.
Yeah.
The critics always scored it low because they don't fucking get it.
Well, it's not just the critics. It's like this one specifically. If you looked online, I think people just hate Brie Larson, man. I think that's what it is at the end of the day. You know, people are haters.
I don't watch Marvel films like that, but
yeah, I know you're not much of a Marvel guy, but it's just crazy. You know, it's gotten to this point where, you know, everybody just flaps their mouths about stuff that they haven't even played. You know,
I mean, yeah, but like,
or
no, like I
watched.
said, when it comes to the critics' scores, I don't pay attention to them as much. Sometimes I do. Sometimes, you know, they are valid.
Yeah.
But when it comes to certain things you're not familiar with, it's like the Mario movie kind of exposed how stupid they can be. You know, they were expecting a plot, but whatever, and then you have.
They had so much to cover in such a small amount of time.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still fun to watch. But I was like, I wasn't expecting. But there was. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but there was also the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that, you know.
Okay,
came
so
out.
Five Nights. We don't have to go deep, but I will say Five Nights at Freddy it has one of like the weirdest, greatest, like tons of fandom behind it.
I'm one of the fans, actually. I'm not.
Has it lived up to that fandom?
Look,
are people delusional and saying
I
it's the
will
best
say
movie?
no. Hold on. I'm gonna.
I'm just setting it up. I'm setting up the ball for you on the little tee.
Yeah, I know.
You have to swing it.
Okay, so I watched it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's not a masterpiece by any means, and it alienates people who aren't into this whole thing. Because I understood all the references. I mean, I played all the games, read all the books. Mm-hmm. My cousin and I used to just try to uncover like the mysteries behind every teaser, dissect this is how like we were looking into it, because the lore to this whole thing. Yeah. When this game came out, maybe this could have been a What You Playing, but whatever.
We're all over the place.
We're
today.
all over the
we
place
have a
today.
lot to
It's
talk
been chaotic.
about.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of lore, and I followed all the lore references. Some stuff could have been executed. It's okay. It's an okay movie. Not too over the top.
Yeah.
Not awful. It just stands in the middle. And this is coming from someone who has followed the games followed the franchise since the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Like, I followed this series, and I've been a huge fan of it. I haven't kept up as much recently because, you know, life, but...
yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know, but I enjoyed it. But like I said, when it comes to it, it's like, this is not the type of movie. If you're not too familiar with it, you're gonna walk out confused as hell. And this movie, it's its own, you know, universe. It's not like there's references of the games and books in this, obviously.
I heard there's a couple YouTubers in there.
Yeah, you have MadPat and
what's
his fucking name? Corey Kenshin. Corey X Kenshin.
Corey Kenshin.
I was like. That was fucking funny, by the way. I was like, everyone.
I haven't.
Everyone fucking like freaked out the moment Corey stepped in.
Oh really?
I was like, the moment you see Corey, everyone lost it at the theater, which was funny. I was like, of course, he's the fucking GOAT, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's watchable, you know, and maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. I understand because, like I said, there is so much shit that they throw, and it's like, this is exactly how like they explained most of it in the game. Well, the games, it was kind of convoluted. You just had to figure it out for yourself. But making this from the game to the movie, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm with it, and I will watch the next 2 entries that are coming out.
I was gonna say they already signed them up for 2 more. So
yeah, and I've already have because it's funny. Most of the time, like, I knew the plot of the movie watching it, and I was like, this is the big bad that I'm like, and I'm like, I fucking knew it, you know, like, because like I said, I've I follow this franchise, and my cousin and I were always just looking for lores, watching videos and shit.
I've played the first game, and that's it.
I played
the first game in VR, and I got just like, I'm like, I hate this so much. And
VR
is
actually a continuation. I shit you not, because it goes from the mobile games, and I shit, like I said, there's a whole thing. If anything, this is a topic for another day. But VR is a literal continuation after Pizza Simulator, and it goes into Security Breach. I shit you not. That's all a continuation. That's a sequel. That's not a remake of the first. I mean, yeah, technically you're playing the VR version, but there is lore in that game, and we're getting a second one actually.
Okay.
That has the other games as well. But yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to stray away from anime, but you know that.
Oh, hey, we're all over the place.
We're all over the place. I mean, but no. At the same time, though, it fits perfectly because we're talking about like the reception.
Suck, man.
I don't care. Like that's everyone's gonna have their opinion.
Well, that's how you have to be, dude. Is everybody's gonna have their opinion on like stuff,
everything.
Right,
everything. There's gonna be stuff that I like that you are not gonna like, or stuff that you like that I don't like. Yeah. And if I don't like it, it's ass, and everyone should agree with me. I'm joking. I always like doing that.
The only hard opinion that you've thrown out here is how bad Modern Warfare 3 is.
And people but there's some people who are playing it, Franco. After I tried saving you, I know you're watching this. My basis from First Step. But there's gonna be, like I said, I came hard at I came hard, but I went hard at Modern Warfare 3. And, there's the COD fanboys who came hard at it that will still support it no matter what.
So many new maps.
No, it's nostalgia. Oh my God, the nostalgia. Look, I get it. I love those maps too, Fabella and, the old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but come on, like.
But it's so freaking obvious what's happening at this point. They won't commit to just remastering MW2, so they're just sprinkling these maps because they know, just like, Mario Kart 8 DLC.
But that's besides the point. But yeah, that was pretty much all there was to it. I mean,
together.
We apologize if this is all over the place, but there's a lot of shit that's happened within these past couple of weeks, we just wanted to talk about it. But hey,
dude, the one thing I wanted to talk about that's kind of funny because it is actually quite the opposite of all of the people complaining that we've been talking about, right? Everybody's just anus flapping in the wind, just everybody's terrible opinions all being filtered into a platform. Everyone's prostate is
throbbing to shut out their bad opinion.
One thing that everyone seems to agree on was that it was a very strange and interesting choice that Jay got fired from Slipknot.
I actually wanted to talk about that. You know what? Maybe we should just go into end the anime corner off and go
metal news.
Into, I guess metal news. Yeah,
whatever the cue card is.
Whatever the fuck's that.
I forgot what I made that into.
Right.
Metal news.
I actually wanted to talk about that. Go.
No, hey, everyone was surprised. I was at work when I found out.
So
one day,
actually,
that thing just pops up, and I'm like, oh, God damn it.
It's funny because I told my drummer, Bobby, and he's like, good, he was terrible. I was like,
oh, Jesus.
It's like, shout out to you, my boy.
He's not Joey Jordanson, so he's bad. Sorry. We got No, all right. So let me tee it off.
Go
all
for
right?
it. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. What's his name? Pinhead just got fired as well. Right? But okay, so let me set it off. I've been a Slipknot fan. I'm not as religious as you people.
I push my fingers into my ass.
I like that album. I like the one after it. And then I very unpopular opinion, Brian. I love All Hope Is Gone. It is a very hated album by I'll say actual because you people are crazy.
I mean,
Slipknot fans.
It's funny how you mention that because I remember when I was very starting to listen to heavier stuff.
Yeah.
I've always heard of Slipknot throughout my high school years, but I never took the time to check them out till I was 21, I think.
Okay.
But I remember when All Hope Is Gone came out, and like a lot of my friends were talking about it, and it's funny. Like, wow, I didn't know that was hated.
Oh, dude,
I
so
thought it
many
was very,
people dislike it. So even the band, half the band did not like the album. So you know, when they were ready to write All Hope Is Gone, they at the time were getting credit. They were still being called a nu metal band, and they didn't like that. So they went the other way, and they're like, we're gonna write death metal songs.
They don't want to be.
Sulfur,
they don't want to be criticized.
Death metal. Yeah. But they're like, well, we'll fucking show you. Here's a straight up death metal song, you know, Sulfur, you know, The Killing Name, freaking Psychosocial. Is not nu metal at all, you know. Yeah. And then it's a whole album of actual good structured songs with solos and shit.
You see, like,
you know,
that's because I've listened to that album like a couple years. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Slipknot fan, but when I think the first album I listened to, and this is because a friend of mine left his album and he let me keep it, but I was like, it was what's it called, their third album, which I literally just quoted a song. I pushed my finger. Subliminal versus 3. It's 3, right?
I don't know.
Yes. Whatever. There was a third album, and I ended up enjoying it. I was like, wow, this is what I was sleeping out on, right?
Yeah.
And then I started listening to All Hope Is Gone. You know, I was like, okay, I got to listen to, like, you know, what was the fuss about this in middle school, because I was like, I never listened to this, and I didn't care at the time. And I'm like, I got to, you know, listen to what makes it good. And I thought I was like, damn, I could see why a lot of people loved it, but I didn't know people hated it.
A lot of people hated it. And I listened to a podcast where Corey Taylor talks about it, and he's like, half the band was on board with the album, and the other half was like, what are we doing? This isn't us. And he talked about how they recorded that album in an actual haunted house and stuff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff about it. But, you know, that was like, you get to actually see Joey Jordison's full potential on that album.
That's also the thing, because I'm like, the drums were just fucking
They're
insane,
incredible.
A lot of people were like,
the guitar work is phenomenal.
Yeah,
there's actual solos and that are like good.
You know, and like, coming from a musician, it's like, I'm listening to this, I'm like, this is really fucking good.
I bet it was the beep boop people in the
Possibly,
band,
but
who were not about it. The fucking
but,
clown and the DJ.
I mean, I would say this: there's always gonna be, like, you know, a couple of songs or albums that bands are that enjoy it, and they're like, we wish you could have done it this way or more. But yeah,
my whole point with talking about that is literally the last point where I was on board. You know,
the last good Slipknot album.
I'm like, that's good. And then everything after that has just been like a hot sack of shit. But here's the thing, right? So,
I mean, listen to the recent album too.
Paul died. And that was what started all of this. You know, Paul died. They fired Joey Jordison, and then he died.
Yeah, dude. I was like, because I remember seeing a post, and I'm like,
yeah, Slipknot's like, oh, we miss him, and he's our brother, and we're so sad. But yeah, you went and fired him.
I know. Yeah,
he was only friendly with a couple members of that band.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but you know? I mean, still, it's like, despite, you know, you having your fallout, like, especially when it comes to that, it's like you are obviously gonna reminisce the good times. There was bad times, and
of course,
I will say the tribute they made of him, because, like I said, I'm still, like, I guess you can still call me a new fan, but
yeah, I
remember they made a tribute of him, and I'm like, damn, this is sad as hell. Like, it gave me feels, and I'm like, I'm not even like,
hey, dude, I'm just saying he left.
No, I'm joking.
They were shitting on each other, and then he died. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
but the whole point. All right, so my point in saying this: Paul died. Joey Jordison was fired and then died, and then I think the next thing was Chris Dicknose was. He was suing the rest of Slipknot because
that was a rabbit hole
he wasn't getting his money. And then I think the fucking clown, he didn't leave, but he took a break because he's like, I can't deal with this shit anymore. and then I don't remember who left next, but they had a filler and bassist and drummer, obviously. And then
Jane Weinberg.
Jay comes in. And then I can't remember. Is Sid still in the band?
I don't know.
DJ.
But, yeah, like,
but they got rid of Pinhead.
No, I think Sid is not there anymore. But okay,
my whole point is everybody was complaining about all of this. People just shitting on Slipknot. But the thing that everybody, no matter what, agreed on was that it was not right. And it was weird and unexpected that Jay got fired. I looked through all these comments, and anybody that mentioned it, and everyone's like, "What? This was a horrible idea to fire this man."
The guy has a lot of credentials, to him, and I mean, but at the same time, I will say, like, when it comes to like their recent albums, they've been very lacking. But I wouldn't say the drum department is bad. Like he holds it up. Obviously, he's not Joey Jordison.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
That Corey Taylor and all of them are like, let's just write weird abstract songs now with a lot of whooply doos.
What's it called? This was 2021 when the albums were dropped. When the album dropped, the recent one, right? I listened to it and it was like,
this is whatever.
Whatever. But I'm like, well, the drums are still pretty cool, I guess. But I mean, now there's talks about who could it be? Who could be the next one? There's a lot of names out there.
Mangini from Dream Theater, who recently got let go.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one. I forgot his name, but I'm probably gonna stomp him here. But he's this one drummer that like drums with one hand.
Oh yeah, no, he already shot that down. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, there was
he's
him.
A bearded dude.
He's fucking amazing.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of now, there's no answer to who's going to be replacing.
I think there is a video saying that there could be one already. Don't quote me on that.
There is one leak that I saw that apparently the drummer of Venom Incorporated posted like a weird cryptic thing, and then he posted a Slipknot logo, but then immediately took it down. Like not even an hour.
I mean, you've been seeing people memeing on Slipknot statement as well. Like you had bands like Sangre Sugabuck doing that as well.
So that's been pretty funny. But they're the speculation right now currently is that the drummer of Venom Incorporated, because of that little slip up, he deleted that immediately. Like it wasn't even up for an hour, and it was very quickly after they fired Jay. So it's weird.
If we find a screenshot of it, it'll be right here.
It's impossible, dude.
Wayback Machine, the Wayback Machine, sir.
Yeah, maybe. I gotta find it. I saw the reference for that is I saw a video from Tank the Tech, and
dude, I've actually been watching him too.
Yeah, it's a very recent video.
Yeah, like it's a very recent video, dude. I love Tank the Tech.
The video that introduced me to him was the Blue Ridge.
I'm the one who sent it to you, actually. Yeah,
I watched that whole thing and I'm like, oh, this guy's actually pretty concise. And,
that's like his videos are so fucking dope because he tells you a lot of like what's it like to be on the road and everything.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you mention him because there was something else that I wanted to bring up. Is this all for Slipknot or is there anything?
No, I have a list here of everything that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there's another thing that Tank the Tech has been talking about. I'm pretty sure you heard of the Fate Music Hall incident.
No.
We Came as Romans, Body Snatcher. So okay.
Nothing.
There was this has been blowing up, and we recently got a new video yesterday.
Yeah.
This one venue from Rhode Island called the Fame Music Hall were being called out because their bad security guards were assaulting multiple people at a show. It got so bad, and even members of We Came as Romans' Road Crew. And before anyone says anything, this is allegedly because I was not there, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like there was a massive incident from like what a lot of basically what the bands, the Road Crew, the tour manager, and a lot of people in the audience have been corroborating, saying, yes, this was happening. Security was getting aggressive with people. They were throwing people on the ground. And there's a lot of reviews on Google. I think they removed them, but there was a lot of screenshots of like Google reviews talking about how their head of security is a massive piece of shit, from what I've heard. And yeah, like there was a massive controversy with that venue because I'm not a fan of We Came as Romans, but they were playing with a hardcore band called Body Snatcher, which is why I was like, yeah, you see the one beatdown band in every package now. But it was during their set that things were starting to go out of control according to audiences. But Tank the Tech also has covered this objectively, and well, he really can't pick a side, and I can't say like I side with the band and the fans or the venue, but it's starting to make more sense that we would be leaning on with the audience and the bands, because they're like, whenever there's something going on and you hear more stories from one side but don't really hear much from like another person that was in there saying, well, I was there and I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. You're not hearing the opposing opinion. We're hearing it from the venue itself and staff, obviously. But yeah, like there was a lot of issues going on, and I think both the bands and the venue agreed to cancel the show like when they were only 2 bands in as well.
Oh.
Yeah. And it just sparked a lot of controversy. Actually, Tank the Tech dropped the 3rd video that I haven't finished watching, that someone at the venue emailed him directly. He doesn't name him, and obviously, rightfully so. But yeah, they were saying, I guess, like trying to refute all the statements that were made against the venue and everything.
Oh god, that's such a bad move. You just put the spotlight on you even more.
I mean, they've been, because they made a post on their page and they removed comments, people's ability to comment.
That's another thing you never do.
That's another red flag. Like if you're responding to something, and you are confident that you are innocent in this matter, the biggest indicator that you could be lying is when you remove people's ability to comment on it. I get it, some people could be assholes and harass you, and I don't condone that, obviously.
Yeah, that's a whole different
thing. But when you're trying to silence criticism but you're also silencing criticism by doing that, and it kind of just shows people like, so
your true colors.
Your true colors, like you're sus. You don't want people speaking against it.
Yeah.
But no, like, and yeah, like that's like the biggest topic of discussion going on as well. Like it's crazy because I've seen posts from it. I didn't follow it too much, and then I've noticed, I was like, oh, people were getting assaulted by security and staff. And I mean, there is not too many videos of this, which I wish there was, because that's also the one issue I have with this. But a lot of people are corroborating stories about this whole thing, and it's like, I mean, it could be true, because there are piece of shit security guards that take the job because they really just want to beat the crap out of people, like because they go, it's like, oh, if they go out of hand, like they can go as aggro as they want, apparently. It's like, and
and that's unfortunately the job calls for a big old meathead typically. And I mean, what are these meatheads usually into? It's like weightlifting, or maybe they're taking some type of MMA class or something, and what profession lends to that, but being a bodyguard or being a security somewhere at a strip club, or a venue. So it's just, that's bad, man. That sucks.
It's insane. I mean, I need to watch the whole video.
But it might be up there.
Yeah, no, it is up there now. I mean, no, like it is. He, as of recording this is a day after he posted it, so I need to like rewatch it from the beginning and just try to like I guess digest and take all the points. But yeah, no, that shit was fucking crazy. But there was that, and then. I mean, what you gonna do? But what did you want to talk about, Mike? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, nothing. We are at an hour 15. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, we're trying to make I'm trying to make a concerted effort to make sure that these aren't super long. But
actually, we had a couple of minutes of nothing at first.
Yeah,
so
that's true. The cut.
Yeah,
getting the coffee in the water.
I was gonna say. So I think we still should have time.
I have just one more thing. Right now. On if you guys are fans of Jared Dines, he recently released a new series called Musician's Manor. I don't know if you've checked it out.
Yeah, Sunfire TV was posting it.
She's on it. Nick Nocturnal, Bradley is on it.
All of the musician YouTubers, guitar tubers, drum tubers,
a lot of them.
Bass
tubers. Even your buddy, what's his name? Stevie
T.
Stevie T makes an appearance on one of the episodes. So it's just funny, and it's really nice. It's a great idea too. It's like, hey, let's bring musicians together, and it's all arbitrary. There's points and challenges and stuff, but all of them are making money. None of them need the money. But
it's also a good thing to like put their names out there a bit more.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Is they're all just having fun, and they're on Jared Dine's platform. So I watched it. It's only 5 episodes. Each episode, I believe, is an hour, and it's just very entertaining.
I need to get on that.
It's not like you'll watch a show like that, like that's produced by, like, let's say a Netflix or whatever, and there's like manufactured drama for the sake of drama. This is just fun. Everybody's having fun. There are a lot of funny moments in it. Sunfire has a lot of funny moments in the whole thing.
The clips of them twerking to Hammer Smash Face got in there?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta see it now because I've seen clips of her posting that on her Instagram.
Dude,
it's fucking funny.
It's funny. There's a lot of funny moments, and I
have a quick call to action.
Okay,
actually. I will be seeing
to watch the Halloween episode.
that watch the Halloween episode. But another call to action I'd like to add is I will be at the Cattle Decapitation, Immolation, and Sanguisugabog concert.
There you go.
And I want a call to action that everyone should twerk the moment Cattle Decap plays Scourge of the Offspring, and when Sanguisugabog plays Testicular Rod. Those are twerkable songs.
Hey.
And you might see me with a cast maybe because I will be playing Murder Football. And this time, I will get the football for the free Sanguisugabog shirt. I fucked up this arm.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
When I saw them at the Forge, and I am pissed that I lost that.
He will be damned.
But I will do it this time. And if you see a cast, don't fucking ask why. And I will also get another tattoo as well over here. But
all right, well,
hey.
So yeah, that's all I got.
Pretty much
is go watch Musicians Manor. I know it's weird for me to promote something from a YouTuber that has millions of followers and stuff.
Hey, he could be watching us soon if we do that challenge,
dude. And then it's so good when it's just like, God, I love watching musicians just be musicians. They're having fun. They're writing music. There's a challenge where they have to write a song. They create a band. Essentially, each challenge requires
I need to watch that. Yeah.
It's really fun, and you can knock it out in a couple days because it's just 5 episodes, and each episode is an hour. So
is that all they're gonna have, or is it gonna be more?
It was crowdfunded. He says he wants to do a season 2, but he's gonna have to get sponsors and crowdfund it again because you're putting up all these musicians in a mansion, essentially, and all of the video cameras, I'm sure, and, well, whatever. The point is, it's all up there. Go watch it. It's fun, and yeah, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have at the
Happy
moment.
Thanksgiving, guys. If you believe in Thanksgiving, unlike Brian.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know. We might have a special surprise, but I'm not going to get into it now.
I don't even know what the surprise is.
I don't even know what the surprise is either. But anyways, yeah.
There you go,
so
guys.
What the fuck? Don't you dare cut me off. All right. Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. Just make sure you watch our content. And happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. See you next month.
See you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Warriors of time and space, traveling through the